What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Iccy Show. This is interview 451 interviews I've done in 3.5 years. Let the special guest get on here from Tennessee to Boston 617. Give him a second to get on here, and we'll start this Iccy Show. If you want to be a guest on the Iccy Show, inbox your girl, Jackie Brown with 2 C's, I.E. Brown. I am booked until end of June. So make sure you don't wait for the last minute to get on my show. And what's going on, Queen? Salute, Queen. I see you on here. So just give this, thank you. I appreciate that. Definitely. Check your inbox, Queen. Actually, I sent you something important today. I hope you're going to attend to that. Stop the violence, to the streets. That is going to be in September. Stay tuned on it. Major news. So, just give him a second to get on here, and we're going to start this, interview. Also, tune in at 6:30 to 8 o'clock tonight. Right after this interview, we're going right into, Freestyle Fridays. Y King is the host. I'm co-hosting. So, salute, to him and the team. If you want to do a freestyle tonight, make sure right after this interview you tune in and we get you on there. It's international. It's major. So salute. Great talent last week. We had Jamaica in the building. We had Cali in the building. It was off the chain. I loved it. So I'm just making sure he's on here. Here we go. Salute, everybody. Hey, how you doing?
What's up?
How you doing? Welcome to the Iccy Show.
Okay.
This,
I appreciate it.
thank you. I see you walking over there.
Yeah, I had to come outside. It's a little chilly out here in Baltimore, but I had to come outside and get some air.
Okay. Boston is very cold right now. I thought it's supposed to be 60, as somebody was saying this weekend, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna get 60.
Man, it's getting down there. It's that time of the year.
What about, is that where the cherry blossoms are? Where you're at?
Yes.
Oh, my cousin lives out there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm in South Baltimore.
I don't know.
So it's like, yeah, yeah, it's all the same. It's all the same. It's cold.
Yeah.
It's real cold.
But I thought Maryland, didn't Maryland used to be warm, like back in the day, or no?
Can you come again?
Back in the day, wasn't Maryland one of, like, our winter was there spring and summer, or no? It's always like Boston's weather.
I think it's close to Boston weather.
Okay.
Because I was in Massachusetts a few years ago, but hey, Massachusetts is much colder than here.
Okay.
Much colder.
Okay,
much
then
colder.
I wouldn't like it there. My cousin always shows me the cherry blossoms. Like, I forget where it is, and it's so beautiful. I never seen something like that with all of them on both sides, and you walk like in a path.
Yeah. All the way through. Up in DC, they're all the way here. Yeah, we have a cherry blossom festival. We got a cherry blossom festival here. Yeah.
Yes.
Same page.
Okay,
Right.
okay. So this is interview 451 interviews. He is from Tennessee. I welcome you, Martin, to the Iccy Show. So how long you been in this industry for? Can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay.
What you say?
I'm sorry. How long you been in this industry for?
Oh, forever. Growing up, I was an MC, and it's like I kind of morphed into something different. Um, I think I just took the business more seriously, but I'm still an artist. But I'm looking, I birthed um, a lot of up and coming artists is coming up. I kind of mentor them, and so I think my love and my passion is like promoting artists and just giving artists what I got. Helping them on the business side. Just pushing them in the right direction. And it's a lot out there. It's a
Yes.
lot,
Yes.
and you, I'm from Tennessee, so I got a lot of love for home, but when I moved, in the Massachusetts area, it was a lot of love in Massachusetts. Like I was going to different concerts and meeting artists there. So, I seen a need and a want, a need there. So, I said, I always kept it in my heart, Massachusetts, Worcester, so that's why I created WorcesterRap.com and started, promoting Worcester artists, so it kind of grew from more than just Worcester artists, but the whole Mass area, So, I got to give a shout out to, Worcester, the whole East Coast, the whole New England area. I say that. I say the whole New England. I got a lot of love when I went there. When I was there, um, I used to go to this store. It was I can't think of the name of the store, but I used to have a guy. He said, "You the nicest guy in Worcester. You the nicest guy in Worcester." He said, "I know you're not from here. I can tell, but he gave me that title. I was like, okay, okay, I'm the nicest guy in Worcester. He was showing me love in his own way. He was like, "You the nicest guy in Worcester." I was like, okay. So ever since then, I was like, okay. It was artists I would listen to, and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna forget them. I'm not gonna forget them. So I just look them up, find them, and a lot of them come reach out to me. So again, shout out to Worcester.
And
It's all love. It's all love.
definitely, definitely.
So,
Shout out to Worcester. Jimmy King from Wu Tang Management is out in Worcester area, so salute to him. And salute to you, making your moves from state to state. That's what I used to do last year. So salute to you 1000%. Where is the best um response you get from your music? What state would you say?
um, well, Massachusetts, that's my newest. That's my newest. So it's growing. It's growing, but I'll say right now, in Tennessee, I say Clarksville.
Oh,
I got ClarksvilleRap.com, and the artists in Clarksville, they kind of moving. They real close to Memphis, but I mean they're still their own.
yes.
So they're growing pretty fast too. So give a shout out to Clarksville, all my fam down in Clarksville rap. My people. Um, I salute them. But I reached out. I mean, really, Clarksville, they got their own thing, but I was really, you know, it's really about Worcester right now. You know what I mean? Like that's really what you know, I see. I got a lot of moves that I'm making,
Okay.
so I don't want to really speak too fast, but I hope it's a short film coming. It's gonna be
Okay.
Worcester artists involved, so I'm real excited about that.
Let me know
Real
if you need
excited
an
about
actress. I do acting too, so I'll be glad to be in it if you need me.
that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I did see that.
I'm in
Mhm.
Don Hazel the Gangster movie. I'm in a couple of web series. I'm in a lot of stuff. So if you need me, I'll let you know. We can
Okay.
reach there. So what would you like to make a change in this music industry if you could make one change?
We had to repeat that one more time.
I'm sorry. If you could make one change in this music industry, what would it be?
If I could make a change, ooh, I would want I would want people to be I respect the business. I respect the business. It's all business. We all have to. It's just something that we have to do. But it needs to be a little more unity. Like we need to I just think we need to come together. It's just, you know, it's just that simple. It looks like we're together, but it's a lot of, you know, oh, I don't want to do this with this person, or I don't want to do this with them. But it's all a hip hop family. That's what we need to understand. It's a family. It's
Yes.
a family. So you might not get along with these cousins over here and or this and that, but we need to bring that in. We family. You
Right.
know, so if we're up there in Massachusetts, if we're, you know, in Florida, if we're in Cali, it's a hip hop family. We need to, you know, come together. So that's what I would change, you
That's
know.
amazing. Definitely. I salute to that 1000. We definitely need more um uniting in this industry. There's a lot of, I would say, I know what it is. It's their ego, and a lot of artists don't want to work with this artist, or it's compatible. It's not supposed to be like that. This industry is supposed to be uniting. We're supposed to be a family in this industry, and we're supposed to, make a change. Less, less rowdiness, like at the shows and things like that, because then that makes hip hop look bad, and then we get judged. So I salute to you 1000%, because that is important what you just said. Are you
So
working with people in Tennessee? Because I know a big manager out in Tennessee. If you are, I can have you guys link. She's actually trying to do some shows out there. So if you're trying to link, I'll give you her information. You guys could talk.
that's what's up.
Okay,
That's what's up.
I'll give you that information. Do you have any songs out there, or you're just focusing on the management right now?
I'm really just focusing on, you know, getting a few artists, you know, pushing them in the right direction. So yeah, they can all artists can hit me up. If they looking for some promotion or some any advice, whatever, you know, then I'm down to help them. I'm down to help 'em. We can work it out.
That's amazing. I salute you 1000. It's hard to find someone, you know, um, I don't know how old you are. I'm in my 40s, and
Right.
a lot of people will try to contact me, but as soon as I give them the advice, they push me away, and I feel like I'm being used. And we're supposed to like be a family. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're supposed to unite, one thing, and if I'm giving people advice, you should not just like, they'll take my advice and then block me. I'm like, that's some arrogant stuff. You know what I mean? That's not cool.
Yeah. Yeah. See, they using the wrong person.
Right.
No, you give your spirit. You have a giving spirit, and when you use someone like that, mm-mm, good
Yeah.
don't come to you.
Yes.
Good.
Especially, I've been in this industry since 2008. People don't realize it, because I was more in the laid back, but I was the one behind the scenes more. Like, I had nightclubs I was hosting, like things like that. And then now that they see all my work, what I've done in this industry, they're like, oh, she has been in the industry. Because other big artists, they'd be like, she used to manage this record label, she used to manage this one. So it feels good that, they did recognize me in Boston, you know what I'm saying? In other
Right.
states around. But how do you feel about what's going on, with the virus, and like how the shows got stopped? Do you think that we should continue like the stop, or do you think it's okay to start up and start doing shows again?
Oh well,
You could be
that's
honest. Like,
crazy.
I'm not going to judge you. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know you.
Right.
You've been in this industry for a long time, so I just like to know, the young ones. Of course, they want to be out there and performing, but safety is always uh, number one. That's how I look at it. I'm a
It
protector.
is. It is. Safety is number one. Um, a lot of these nightclubs, I mean, they can get dangerous anyway. You know,
Yeah.
on the other side of the virus. So I think a lot of outside we need to have, you know, like down in Tennessee, we got Bonnaroo and, you know, like outside events, you know, maybe outside would be better, you
Yes.
know, but we do need to keep it going. But since we're all on this, I guess we're gonna say the metaverse, we're gonna all be part of the metaverse. We need to support the artists by, you know, online. you
Yes.
know, as much as you can, stream all their music, you know, just keep supporting them. And, you know, when they get online and do live shows and stuff, support them. You know what I mean? So they can get a look while, you know, while they, you know, because they can't go out and do a lot of shows or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
but the shows are popping up now. It's shows coming. It's
Yes.
shows
I
coming.
see.
So that's a good thing.
Definitely, definitely.
A good thing.
And I have some you say you manage some artists. So if you need I know I did some manage excuse me, I did some DJs their interviews recently, and they're looking for artists to submit their music. They'll play it. So if you want their information, just inbox me and I'll send you all the DJs that are looking. Some are online, some do online and do at clubs. So if you're interested, just inbox me. I'll be glad to give you that for your artists.
That's love.
Definitely. Where would you like to be in 1 year from now in this industry?
1 year. Mm, well, I would. I'll say. Well, I would really like to. Is like you were saying about the shows. I would really like to produce shows. So I think, you know, I'm putting it together, you know, trying to make a plan, but I would really like to produce shows from like tours, maybe, you know, from really Worcester all the way down, you know, coming down south. So
Okay.
that's really what I want to do, you know, but I got so much. I'm trying to help other people, you know, so we'll see. We'll see. It's almost, you know, I'm kind of going where God pushes me to.
Yes,
You know what
yes.
I mean? So you know, God said, "Hey, go ahead and take this." You know, because I really don't do interviews and I don't talk a lot online. You would, you know, so you know, because I put the artist in front of myself. You
I
know,
see.
but he told me go ahead and make this interview and speak your mind and talk to her. You know, she has a good spirit, so that's where I went. So if he's pointing me to a certain direction or whatever, that's where I'm going. You
Okay,
know, you
that's
feel
good.
me?
Yes, I definitely, and I thank you for coming on my show. I appreciate it and taking this opportunity. Would you, when you say produce, do you mean like a DJ or like the lights? How, when you say produce, what do you mean by that? So because I'm doing a big show and I'm in charge of the Boston area. I got called today. Salute to Queen, Brent, Miss BK from New York. She's putting together Stop the Violence, and I'm representing Boston, and this is gonna take part in September. You'll be seeing a lot of posts about it, but I'm looking for a DJ, and it's it that you know they're not gonna get paid, but it's something big because we're trying to make a change with the gangs. We're trying to make peace on the streets, and make hip hop out there. So artists are going to be performing. There's going to be a fee. I will have the contracts next week. If you know any artists of yours that want to come out, it will be in Haverhill, Massachusetts. It's going to be outside. The lady would like it to be outside at a park. So it's a family venue, and then we don't have to worry about getting shut down because it's outside. And it's a very beautiful park where we're going to be having it. So, you know, it's going to be a sad event because there is people that lost their child or loved one due to gang violence or, you know, police brutality. So it's major. This is international. It's not just local. There's other countries that are coming out here. I have artists that are flying in for this event. So if you want to take part in that, inbox me and not, you know, we'll talk. So when you say produce, what do you exactly mean by that? By the lights, DJ, and what?
I'm meaning, I mean like the venue, you know, yeah, renting out, you know, renting the space, the sound, you
Okay.
know, just making it happen.
Okay.
I say that, making it
There's a,
happen.
there's a guy in New York in Bronx. I'm always posting it. I don't know if you've seen the post. He's always looking for people to rent out his club. It's not that big. It's small, but it's nice and it includes the lights and everything. But you can like benefit from it if you follow my drift. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
by renting it out, and you know, it's a good location. I've had a couple of people rent it out. So I don't remember his name. I go through so many. I get like 200 something messages every day, but I definitely will. If that's something you're interested in, next time he tags me, I will tag you in it so you can see the post when he's renting it out. It's in Bronx, New York, though.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, do that. We'll talk
I like
about
the
it.
network, like you. You like
Yeah.
to put you put people in front of you, and you know I could tell you're not selfish because people like you and myself, we like to see other people succeed, and that makes us feel good. And I can tell that's the type of man you are, and I salute you 1,000, especially your MC yourself, and you just like you falling back and you pushing your wings to everybody else, and I salute to you. You know that's major.
Appreciate that.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
that. Already.
Definitely.
Already.
Do you remember back in the day when we didn't have when we did freestyles that we didn't even have like we would do beatboxing and we wouldn't have music behind it? Do you remember those days?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Beating on the table,
Yep.
you know. Yeah, all of that. All of that. Yeah. It's came a
Coming
long way.
up with the beatboxing and stuff.
We done came a long way. Like, like they can just record on the spot now. Like they
Yes.
don't need much of nothing. Like it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Yes. I just
Right.
wish, to be honest, this is me, and I'm going to ask you your opinion. How do you feel that DJs don't have the vinyl spinning it? I think the crowd gets more up when they have the spinning with the vinyl and you know everything like stopping the music, entwine another song. Now they just push buttons. I'm disappointed in that because I don't feel like that's the original DJing method. How do you feel about that?
It's not. It's not the. It's not. I mean, time changes. Times there is time. They can be more creative. They can be creative now with the computer. They can, but I mean, we can't abandon it.
Right.
We still need DJs that's gonna do the real DJing. Like you know, they can't die. So we
Yes.
gotta salute them and when we get the real backpackers that's coming and bringing it, we gotta give them a little bit extra. You know
Yes.
what I mean? They deserve more
Yes.
than just you coming with that little, that little audio and those tricks of
Yes.
the you so yeah, that's just how I feel.
Yes, yes. I feel the
Uh,
same way. That's why I wanted to know because the younger generation, they love it because they like that techno beat and house, but we went through that. I don't know how old you are, but I'm in my
yeah.
40s, like I
Oh
said.
yeah, I'm 45.
Okay, I'll be 44 this year, so salute, definitely.
Okay.
And the 40s are the new 21. That's what I tell everybody. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, yeah, it
So,
is.
and I remember going to the nightclubs, and the DJ would bring the milk crates up the stairs and unload everything. And now I've been to a couple clubs, and they just have this little thing like this big, and they're sitting there pressing the button, like there's like the little things, the knobs to turn. That's not DJing. I'm sorry. Um, that's taken away. I know technology is the new generation, but we need those DJs that that's the passion. You'll get the crowd going by sitting there, scratching on those vinyls. That is the passion of hip hop. That's what we feel. You feel that. You get the club more going than just sitting there pressing a button. That's how I feel. And, it's sad. And I wish that there would be more DJs that wouldn't go that route by just pressing the buttons. I like the DJs that scratch. And there's a couple of DJs I stay in touch with that do that, and I salute to them 1,000 because that's original of hip hop.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, they don't get enough credit.
Yes.
You know, if we would, if we would put them up there and say, hey, these are real DJs. These are number ones. These are number twos. You know, maybe they'll, respect the craft a little bit more. But salute all the DJs that really DJ. You know,
Yes.
get at me if you really DJ.
Yes,
I'll
yes.
let me if you really DJ.
I'm gonna send
Yeah.
you. I had DJ Big Styles. I did this interview like a month ago, and he's one of those that sits there and scratches, and he does it online because where he lives, I forget where, North Carolina, they don't have the clubs open, I guess, where he's at, but he's doing it with all the artists, and he's looking for the information. I'm gonna send you his government so you can link with him and tell him I sent you, and keep submitting him music. Don't think just one track. Send them all your artists' music.
Okay. Yeah, I got them. I got
Okay.
them. Definitely. Most definitely.
What is the best advice you've been given in this career?
What's the best advice I can give?
You were given.
What were the best advice I was given?
Yes.
Um, don't give up. Do not don't put yourself in a box. Don't think that you now is gonna be you later. We
Yes.
change. We
Right.
evolve.
Yes.
So, you know, I had to wrestle with that because I thought I was one thing and I was getting pushed. And I was like, well, you know, and I wanted to hold on to that, but I had to accept that I wasn't right. Like I had to evolve. You know, so now, you know, I'm different. I'm just saying, and that could be, you know, other artists too. That might not, the place that you are now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be there, you know, next year. You know, that might not be your place. That might not be your position. You
Right.
know, you might be a boss. You
Yes.
might be anything else, a producer. You might be um an actress. You
Yes.
know, it's a lot of things that you could be. It's a lot
That's
of
so
things.
true.
It's a lot of positions in this industry.
That is so
So
true. 1000%. And I love that you say that. If you asked me in 2008 if I would ever be an actress, I'd be like, hell no, I'm not going to be that. And now, 4 years later, here I am, and I never went to school for it. So you, 1000% right.
most definitely, yeah. And don't stop. Don't
Right.
stop. Don't stop. You
Definitely.
don't get too old for this. We're not getting. We don't get too old. You're not getting. You're getting better. You're getting wiser. You know.
Yes.
So hip hop. You know. That's what we're known for. Trying to
Mhm.
put you on the shelf when you get old.
Yes.
But no, no. Keep it going. Keep it going.
If you could work with one industry artist, who would it be?
Uh, I think it's I don't know. It's a lot. Industry artists. It's a lot. I think I want to work with Boosie. Uh,
I love it.
yeah, I think I want to work with Boosie a little bit. I don't know. It's a few artists. I don't want to name them. It's a
That's
few
okay.
artists, and I'm planning on it. It's goal set.
Yes.
So hey, it's not a dream. It's just a goal. It's just something you know that you need to. It's like an apple off a tree. Just go, all you need to do is go pick it, go get it. You
Yes.
know, a lot of times we don't get what we want because we don't ask for it. We just dream about it.
Yes.
You're not asking for it, you know, you're not gonna get it.
Exactly. That's why
So,
I
so
always
Boosie, holler at me, Boosie.
definitely, definitely. You never know. He's there's been big artists that have been tuned into my Iccy show, and I didn't even know until I get an inbox and be like, you know who this is? And I'm like, no, because it's a different name. And then they send me a picture, and I'm like, hell no, this is not you. And then they're like, okay, and then they'll send me to the Instagram. When I see the Instagram, I see the followers. I'm like, oh, this really is him. And it, that's why I always ask that question, because you never know who's watching, and this is international, so someone could be in China saying, oh, go check out this artist, he gave you a shout out. And big artists in the industry, they don't get the shout outs anymore. And that's a problem, because original, like, what's crazy, people in the 40s, the 50s, they don't get recognized for their material, that started hip hop. Like, Wu-Tang's been around for many, many years. And I feel like, Bone Thugs and Harmony been around for many, many years. And they're still going, both of those. And you know, I feel
Right.
like they need more recognition, more recon
Yeah.
more recognition for what they
They
do.
do.
And you know, if it wasn't for them, you know, a lot of them, we wouldn't be here.
Right. That's facts. That's facts. I mean, we owe a lot to them, but hip hop is a young man's game. Hip
Yes.
hop is a young person's game. So I understand back then we had the same attitude that you can't tell us nothing. We're doing it on our own. So I kind of give them some leeway, like, because they're younger, So, I mean, it's all good. It's all good. But when they come back around, we need to have our arms open and say,
Yeah.
okay, don't you pushed me away then. You was younger minded. Now that you're growing up, I got my arms open for you. Instead of just pushing them away and like, oh, okay, no, no, no. We got to be men.
Yes.
We got to be, what is it, patriarchs, and we got to stand by with example. We got to
Yes.
have examples. So that's how I
Def-
feel. We give them love too, but I mean, it's kind of hard to watch hip hop change like this.
yes.
If
Yes.
sometimes I don't know what I'm listening to. I say,
Yes.
what is this?
Yes.
But it's all love.
Yes, I definitely understand. How do you feel about the auto tune? When artists go in the studio and just sit there and record on it, on the auto tune.
Uh, some of it, I think everybody still can't do it. I feel like some artists can, but some can't. I think their friends and everyone needs to tell them, maybe you shouldn't do, maybe you shouldn't. I think, they go in the studio with their friends and they tell them, go ahead, do it, do it, do it, do it. And they think you know, they think that's what it is.
Right.
But, so, I mean, but it's acquired taste.
Yes.
So it's acquired, it's acquired taste. So, they could be doing other things. They could be doing other less positive things too. And if they're making money and supporting their family with it, uh, I'm with it. I'm with
Definitely.
it.
Let them know where they can find you. Let them know where they can book your artists. All that information.
Okay. You can hit me up um, on Facebook and Instagram at a Q Dividends. And any artist, everyone can hit me up. Q Dividends. Um, like I said, Facebook and Instagram. But you can go to the Worcester Rap page, worcesterrap.com. You can go to baltimorerap.com, and that's on Facebook. That's on Instagram, and you can go to clarksvilleRap.com. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and on the web. So so anyone needs any promotion or whatever, holler at us. Any artists want to hit me up, feel free. Feel free. It's all love.
That's dope. I salute to you 1000%. You had one artist on there. I loved his I shared it. It was like maybe a month and a half ago. I can't remember his name. But he was out of the Worcester one. And he was
Okay.
incredible. He was incredible. You had some great talent on
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They serious. And
Oh yeah.
oh man, it's so much that I haven't even, they so serious. They're concentrated. So that's what I call it. They're pure uncut. Like they're ready.
Oh
They're
yeah.
ready. We got Joyner. We got Joyner out there. He's doing this thing. He done opened up a light
Oh yeah.
for a lot of artists there. And oh man, they got my man. I can't think of his name right there. We got so Massachusetts is going hard.
Oh yeah.
They slept on. They
Oh yeah.
definitely slept on.
And
So yeah, they next.
yeah,
They
New
coming.
Edition, they just came out and performed the other night, this past week. And you know, it doesn't matter your age, they still killed the stage. New Edition,
Right,
remember? They're from Boston.
right, right.
So
So yeah,
a
shout
lot of
out to Boston.
definitely,
Shout out to
definitely. Shout out to
Boston.
Worcester. Shout out to every country, every state that's doing their positive music. I salute to you 1000%. I salute to you. you know, picking up these artists and guiding them where they need to go and promoting where they need to go. I salute you 1000. Keep up that positive attitude, and I salute you. And if there's anything I can help you, inbox me. And if I could direct you to this way, that way, that's the type of person I am. I'll be glad to.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Is there anything else you would like to bring up, or any shout outs you would like to give?
I just want to give a shout out to all my supporters, everyone's that, you know, just to help me. You know, shout out to my son, cousin Mula. You know, he's a producer. He make beats. You know, he gets it in. Just, you know, to everybody. You know, the whole hip hop nation. I'll say that. The whole hip hop nation. You know, shout out. What's up? And y'all gotta go check out my girl Gigi. You know, and so Iccy Showw. Every time she gets on, you hear me? You hear me every time. Definitely holler at her.
I appreciate that. I heard of your son. I didn't know that's your son.
Yeah. Cousin Mulan, that's my firstborn son. Real big and proud of him, you know. Down in Memphis, he doing his thing down in Memphis. Yeah, with Big 30 and, you know, all those Memphis guys, you know. So anybody need beats, holler at them. Holler at them, cousinmula.com.
Definitely get those beats. I'm telling you, salute definitely to your son and anybody that you work with. And also, we're doing Freestyle Fridays. So after this interview, tune in to my page after we end this interview. Anybody that wants to take part in the Freestyle Fridays, it's every Friday. I co-host. The host is Y King out of North Carolina. So it's from 6 to 8 p.m. every Friday. And last week we were international. We had Jamaica in the building. We had Cali in the building. And if you know any of your artists that want to take part in it, just let them know. Tune in every Friday and we'll get them on.
Already.
I appreciate you, King. Thank you for coming on the Iccy Show. Is there anything else you would like to bring up or any other shout outs you want to give?
No, we good. Salute to you, Queen.
I appreciate you, King. Much love and respect. Stay healthy out there wherever you travel, and much blessings to you on this route. And I look forward to meeting you in person in one of these shows. And I definitely, anything I can help you with, just inbox me. I'll be glad to send it your way.
All right. Same to you. Same to you.
I appreciate you. It's your girl, G Girl. If you want to be on the Iccy Show, inbox your girl, Jackie Brown with 2 C's, I-E Brown. I am booked until the end of June. And make sure you tune in every Friday, Freestyle Friday. That you can come on the live right away. We do 2 at a time. So that you don't need to make an appointment. That is Freestyle Fridays. Like, come on it. It's free. So it's your girl, G Girl. I appreciate this interview. 451 interviews I've done in 3.5 years, not including when I was a co-host on the television. I've done well over many over there. So salute to you, King. Much blessings, and I appreciate you. Have a blessed night, everyone. Stay healthy.